everyone, my name is Maddie, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video, which is going to be the Becca's Bookoplathon 48-hour readathon reading vlog. So I am starting this really early. The readathon starts in 10 hours, but I'm just getting a clip now because I've just got my filming setup ready for something else. And so I was like, you know, I may as well film this now before I forget, and it's like midnight and I'm late starting this vlog. So for anyone that doesn't know, Becca's Bookoplathon is a 48-hour readathon happening this weekend, and it'll be past obviously by the time you're seeing this. And the fun part is we don't know the prompts. And what's crazy about this round is the whole thing is live for the full 48 hours. So the prompts are dropped every 12 hours. We do know the first 2 out of 8, and the rest will be dropping at midday Saturday, midnight between Saturday and Sunday, and midday Sunday. So the readathon can end midnight, British time, Sunday evening. So it does officially start at midnight on Saturday, which is in 10 hours from now. It's about 2 PM on Friday. I am helping host, so I'm doing one of the live sections. I'm doing from 4 AM till 8 AM on Saturday. So I'm going live in 14 hours, that's how maths works. And I'm then also going on Steph's live, which is the 4 hours after that. So I'll be live for a solid 8 hours in the middle of the night. Wish me luck, I'm going to die. But first 2 prompts we have.
So, Bookoplathon board roll number 1 is a 6. And that is a book with a dark cover. So 2021 board, roll number 1, is a 6. And that is a fantasy.
Dark cover and fantasy. My plan for the weekend is to read 4 books, and I'm going to double up on each of the roll drops. So I had to find a book that fits both of those 2 prompts. I will do the same midday, midnight, midday for the rest of them. So the book I've chosen for this first prompt is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have already started it, I'm about 200 pages in. I'd love to get to page 300 before the readathon starts, so I only have 300 left to do in the middle of the night. You are allowed to do this for this readathon. Becca completely says if you only have part of a book left, you're allowed to count it. Thank God. I could have chosen a shorter book, but this is the one I wanted to read, and of course it's 600 pages. This is a really fun fantasy romance. I'm loving it so far. There's a lot of tension. And it follows Poppy, who is like the maiden, and so she's not allowed to interact with people, she's not allowed to be seen, she has to be like really pure. I don't really know, I don't really understand all the lore, but there's like people who have ascended, and there's kind of vampires. There's a lot going on and I'm loving it. The tension between her and the main guy though, I'm not okay, I'm excited. Not really seen any of it yet, but I'm here for it because I've had one scene that's just got me hyped. But anyway, this is the first book I'm going to be reading. I don't really have a TBR past that because obviously we don't know what the prompts are going to be. But I do have like a million options. So we're going to go through what some of those are, and then we'll see what fits and see what I'm feeling. I'm absolutely just going to read what I feel like reading at the time. So one option, Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers is one I really want to get to. Okay, this is probably like my core chunk of options for the weekend. So we have Watch Over Me because it's short, Midnight Library because I need to read it ideally this month. It's not too long and it's a bit different. All of My Friends Are Rich because I think I'm going to love it, again, not too long. And then Amari and the Night Brothers because it's middle grade and again, not too long. So those are like the core options, probably what I'm going to be picking from, but I'm also not at all limited. I have a lot of books in this flat. I could read any of them. I do have graphic novels, I have some novellas. Anything will go, anything will work. So it's really going to be a case of what do I feel like. I'm also considering Not Your Sidekick because it's a book I need to reread, but I'm meant to be vlogging this in a different video, possibly, so may not be suitable for this readathon as I'm vlogging this separately. We'll see, but that's kind of it for options. I'll update you more when we have more roll drops, obviously, but next time you will see me will be around about midnight when the readathon's kicking off, and then probably me and my sprints at 4 AM. I'm doing something quite fun for my sprints, which I haven't actually fully planned yet. It's one of my jobs for today, which is kind of a game show. So Becca does a thing called dice sprints where she rolls dice, and depending on the number that comes up, it tells you how long you're sprinting for. And as part of that, if a double comes up, you have to switch book. So what I'm doing with Steph and I is we're playing like a little mini game at each break. So we'll probably do like 3 or 4 throughout, not too many. And whoever loses the game has to switch book. I'm kind of considering not having that rule and doing it a bit differently, because if I have to switch away from this, I'm gonna be screwed. So I'm not really sure. I'm trying to find a way of doing it that works so that neither of us get too screwed over by it, but that there is also like a level of jeopardy. I thought it was really funny when I first came up with it, and then I remembered I had to read 300 pages or 400 if I've not had time to read more before then, because I do need to sleep at some point, I don't know when. So we'll see. I might say like you have to switch for the first half of the sprint or something, because then you can like switch back. I don't know. I'm gonna find some forfeit, we'll work it out, but let's get into it. You won't see me again for a few hours because I have other stuff to do, but I thought I'd introduce the vlog quickly. So here it is. I'm very excited for this weekend. I'm going to be exhausted, though I'm sleeping whenever I want basically. I'm gonna make sure I watch the roll drops in the lives and probably try and watch quite a lot of the lives because it's all my friends doing them, so I obviously want to support them, but also I do need sleep. So we'll see how it goes. I'll vlog the weekend and let you know. Hello, so looking a bit rough, but it is 10 minutes to midnight, like actually less than that probably now, like 5 to. So we are about to kick off. I just woke up. I wanted to get like 2 or 3 hours sleep beforehand and I slept for 40 minutes and now feel awful. I should have just stayed awake and toughed it out if I got tired. It'll be fine. I only have to be awake for another 12 hours before I can sleep again. It's fine. I've also not read very much from my book. I was busy all day yesterday, so I'm currently on page 220 out of 610. So I do have almost 400 pages left, so wish me luck. I'm about to go and find my laptop and hope it's charged and kick off Bookoplathon with Becca's sprints. I am going to try and stay up and read through them. If I'm getting too tired to read, I'll just watch like an hour and then sleep for a couple of hours before my sprints at 4. I do need to put makeup and stuff on again before mine. I took that all off before trying to sleep. So I do need to make myself presentable again. But that's where we're at. Super quick update. It's about to start. I'll include, you know, a vlog clip of the sprints quickly. But yeah, I'm so tired. I do not feel awake. But that's relative to a 48-hour readathon, and this is why I said at the beginning I'm going to be sleeping. I'm not staying up for 48 hours, I would die. So I am going to be up for the next 12 hours and live for 8 of them, wish me luck, but then I will probably have a massive afternoon nap and then probably just be nocturnal, which is going to be a nightmare for going back to work on Tuesday, but it'll be fine. Okay, I'm going to shut up because I'm rambling. I will see you in Becca's sprints in just a couple of minutes. Here we go, like 1 minute to go now. Literally just waiting for it to all start. I've got my wobbly camera, I do apologise. Got my book, which you can't see because exposure. There we go, got my book. And ready for the first sprints of the weekend. Absolutely terrified, wish me luck. Okay, it's midnight. It is now. Literally just waiting for the live to start. I realised I think the volume's like off on my computer. Oh no, it's fine, we have some. Where's Becca? I know lives are delayed, so she's probably actually live on time, but where's Becca? I'm so nervous. Why am I nervous? I'm watching a live. It's not like I'm going live. What is wrong with me? Here we go.
Hey guys,
Oh, it's an advert. Let's just skip the ad.
Oh, Kelsey, are you still here?
We're live!
Or is it me that froze?
Let's go. Let's do this. Ignore the strappy top. It's warm as hell in my flat and I was just too warm after my nap, so we're going. Let's do this. Oh god, wish me luck. Vlogging!
People in the comments want to say hello.
Please do, everyone. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
And let me just make sure I get the time on this so that...
Oh, also, hello to your vlog as well. We have other people vlogging as well. And there we go. Hi vlog. Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, my focus is not happy with me. There. Oh my god, that's a lot of highs. So, for anyone that knows Articulate, that's basically what we're going to be playing. And then basically I've got a whole stack of books. I assume you've got a few books. And we're going to basically try and describe as many as we can as quick as possible. Obviously you can't use author names, you can't use titles, like words from the title. And the other person's going to have to guess. And I feel like this is going to get a bit frantic because we're trying to get through as many as we can. Good luck to the comments, trying to keep... you can describe the book in whatever way you want that you think will make the other person guess it.
Okay.
The only things you can't say are like the author's name and words that are on the cover, basically.
Yeah.
Other than that, completely free game. Do you want to describe first or guess first?
Guess first.
Okay. Make sure you're on the private chat. Oh god.
I'm scared.
So nervous. This is gonna be so hectic. I tried to like pick ones which I feel like I'm gonna be okay at describing, but we'll see how it goes.
Are you keeping
ready?
points again?
Huh?
Are you keeping point score again?
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the books. I'm going to put them on either side of me if you got them / you didn't, so that I don't have to count.
That makes sense. Okay.
Oh, the winner is the person who guesses. So technically you could play sabotage, but I don't think either of us have the brain. However, that.
No.
And also it's all fun and games. So, you know. Right. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's go. Okay, first book. One of my favorite books. You DNF'd it because you DNF all of my favorite books. Feminist, suffragettes, alternate history.
Once and Future Witches.
Yes. Okay, another book which I quite liked and you yet again did not like. It is a big fan favorite of the person who is hosting this readathon. Start of a series. You read it very, very recently. Fae, smart fantasy romance.
Fortunate One.
Yes. Literally, I've just got a whole stack of books you DNF'd. You also DNF'd this one, I'm pretty sure. This is sci-fi, queer, because isn't it always? Very character-driven. I've not read this one.
Long Way to a Small Angry Planet.
Indeed. Right. Middle grade. Very well loved. Very well known. Oh my god.
Frost
Follow the Cursed Child.
Nevermore. Hollowpox, Wondersmith, whichever one it is.
The first one.
Oregon Crow.
Okay, this is one I'm pretty sure you... Have you read it? I think you've read and loved it. If not, everyone else on the book internet has read and loved it.
Okay.
Came out last year, got like massive like news about it, got big everywhere. An author that's written a huge amount of books but wasn't that well known before this one. It's like wholesome as hell.
Cerulean Sea.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, this is another one you read very, very recently. This is a non-fiction memoir, which I think you've only read one of recently, so should give you it straight away. Yeah. Right, this one, no idea if you've read it. It is a Romeo and Juliet retelling, set in 1920s.
These Violent Delights.
Indeed.
I did read it.
Okay, this one you've definitely read. I'm going to say 3 words. What the fuck?
The Wicker King.
Indeed. We've gone down to the last one. And we've got time to spare. Okay. Last one, a book I really should have bloody read by now. Just truly, I should have read this book by now. It's getting ridiculous at this point that I haven't read it yet.
I mean, the list is long.
It's been on like a million TBRs. It's a running joke at this point that I still haven't read it. It's bloody huge.
The XX.
Right, timer. Oh god, no, my phone's locked itself. Okay, 2 minutes 14 left. Okay. Everyone. XX, 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 XX.
I don't know why that one tripped me up. I wouldn't mind, but I bloody bought it because of you.
I know. I've still not read it. Oops. You smashed that.
Oh, I did. I like that game much better than the First Line game.
It's good fun, isn't it?
Hello, so I thought I'd do a really quick vlog update because it's currently 7 AM, so we're 7 hours into the readathon, and I haven't actually spoken to you since it started yet because I was napping through a significant portion of Becca's sprints, then getting my sprints ready, and then I've been on my sprints for the past 3 hours. We are just in the final sprint of mine before moving over to Steph's, which I'm also going to be on, so I'll still be sprinting for another 4 hours. And it's going well. I am up to page 353 in From Blood and Ash, so it's going okay, definitely getting there. I'm really enjoying it. Oh my god, do these 2 people need to get together? I'm going out of my mind. The tension is intense and I just want them to get together. Also in my sprints, there was a level of jeopardy, I think I mentioned in the intro, so you had to switch book
And I did have to switch book for technically 2 of the sprints. So I switched to this book and now I switched back to From Blood and Ash for the final sprint. So I did read Cheer Up, Love and Pom Pom, which is this cute LGBT graphic novel I got off NetGalley. It was really cute. It's a trans girl and a lesbian girl who are on a cheer squad together, and it's really cute. It was a good fun read, really quick, like 120 pages. So just a good thing to kind of fit in something like this. I'm now, for the last 30 minutes, going to go back to From Blood and Ash, see how far I can get through this. Obviously still got a long way to go, and there is only 4 and a bit hours, almost 5 hours, until technically I should be done with this book. I won't be at that point because we still got more sprints and we chat a lot in sprints. I'll get through it if a bit late. I don't know when I'm going to sleep. Probably sometime pretty soon after 12 because I doubt I'll make it past then without passing out. Anyway, that's what I had to say for now. It's going well. Having a really good time, having a lot of fun with it, but unsurprisingly quite tired as well. But I don't mind that. I don't feel too bad actually.
Bookoplathon board roll number 2 is a 7. And that is a book with POC rep. 2021 board roll number 2 is 7. And that is a contemporary.
Hello, so as always doing a vlog update much later than I intended to. It is currently 1:30. I'm still reading From Blood and Ash. I'm on page 480, so I've got like 130 pages left of this, which isn't too bad. But the second roll drops were at 12. I forgot to film them happening. I was on a backstage with Steph and Jade, so we just like were discussing it and picking out our next reads and making our plans. So just to recap, this is fulfilling dark cover and fantasy. The 2 new roles were POC rep and contemporary, which has worked out perfectly because this is a book I really wanted to read this month. This is Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. I mean, I didn't even want to read it this month, I just want to read it as soon as possible. This is a female-female adult romance. It's less than 300 pages. I don't think it's going to be the quickest just because there's quite a bit on a page, but everyone has been loving it. I think it's like new adult as well, so like slightly younger characters, probably in their 20s. I'm so hyped. I need to obviously finish this first, but then I'll go straight on to Honey Girl, and I'm very excited. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about sleeping. I'm feeling pretty tired but not too sleepy just because I've been awake for many, many hours and not had a whole ton of sleep. So I am pretty tired, but I'm not feeling too sleepy at the moment. I have just had lunch though, which normally makes me tired. So I'm going to try and keep reading for a bit, see how I get on. I think we're about to have the first truly smutty scene of From Blood and Ash, so I'm thoroughly hyped. So I'm going to keep reading until basically I can't read anymore, then probably try and get like a good chunk of sleep, like a good 4 hours, 5 hours. And see how I'm going. I obviously need to be awake for midnight for the next roll drops. I would love to have finished Honey Girl as well as From Blood and Ash by then. I don't know whether I will be. I might need to roll over a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's my plan for now. I'm gonna go get on with it because I'm already very behind considering it's an hour and a half past the roll drop and I've nowhere near finished my first book yet. So I'm gonna go get on and I will speak to you in a little bit. I will just say though, once I'd woken up, I had so much fun doing all the sprints. It was definitely tough in Steph's, about 2 hours before the end of Steph's sprints. I was flagging so hard. I wasn't reading in the sprints. I actually slept in one of the sprints. I had a full out nap whilst live because I was just so exhausted. I couldn't function. But I've woken up a lot now. So feeling a hell of a lot better and ready to keep going. So we'll see how it goes. I am also so intrigued to know what the other roll drops are going to be. First 2 have gone really well for me, but I have no idea what to expect next and I'm kind of nervous. And I'm also kind of sad that we don't get it for like another 10.5 hours because it's so much fun getting the roll drops and 10.5 hours feels like a very long time away. Hello, so it is, I don't actually know what time it is, like 7:30? 7:45? 7:45. And I have now finished From Blood and Ash. I slept for like 2 and a bit hours and then spent an hour or 2, probably 2 or 3 hours actually reading the last 100 or so pages of this. I really, really enjoyed it. I am so intrigued by where the sequel's gonna go. Because everyone keeps raving about the sequel and saying like how insane it is and how you can't put it down. So I'm really intrigued. I need to order it like ASAP. So I really enjoyed this one. I think it's gonna be like a 4-star. Honestly, I don't have the brain power to rate things. And this was my dark cover and fantasy prompt, which I think I've already said, but just to remind you, that's what that one was for the first 2 rolls. I did also read, grab my iPad, I did also read Cheer Up, which is a graphic novel I got off NetGalley. I'm not sure if I told you about this because I read this at like 5, 6 a.m. and I had no coherent thoughts at that time. And also I have no memories of that time already because I was so half asleep. So I have no idea if I told you about this, but this is a cute YA, I would say, graphic novel. It's queer as hell. One of the main characters is trans girl, and the other is a lesbian girl. And it's really cute, really good fun, really quick, so perfect this kind of thing. This isn't for any of the prompts I was just reading because I needed something to read. We'll see if I'm struggling later, I might make it fit something. And I am literally just now picking up Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers, which is for contemporary and POC rep, which I'm really excited for. This, I don't know fully what the principal premise is, but it's a PhD student or someone who's just finished a PhD, and she goes on a girls' trip to Vegas and she gets married to another girl. I'm not exactly sure what then happens from there because I'm literally about 3 pages in. I've just run a bath and I was just reading a tiny bit of this whilst the bath ran. So I'm super hyped for this. It's not long, it should be quick. I've got like 4 hours till midnight, so I almost certainly won't get it done before then because I do also need to like eat. I've not really had a proper meal today. Oh no, I did have soup, so I have had a proper meal. But I need to have some food. And then probably the next sprints I'm going to be watching are Gavin's at midnight for the next roll drops. I do not know if I'm going to stay up and watch all of them or whether I'm just going to watch the roll drops, watch like the first chapter and then go to sleep. I have no idea. Basically my plan in terms of sleeping is keep reading until I can't because I need sleep. And I'm feeling very awake at the moment because my nap felt really good. I had like a probably almost 2.5 hour nap, and so I'm feeling really good. So for all I know, I could stay up all night. Who knows? But I'm not going to stress about that now. I'm literally just going to play it by ear. If at around 3 or around 1 or around whatever I get sleepy, I'll go to sleep for a few hours. That's about as much planning as we're doing. So goals for the evening are bath and wash my hair because it needs to happen. It needed to happen a couple days ago, but I've had this annoying thing of like I needed to film and then I need to be on sprints and this and then that. And I let my hair dry naturally at the moment so that it is trying to make its waves. So it takes like 10 hours or more to dry, and I've not had a 10-hour stint where I'm not on camera. And obviously for a vlog I don't care, so like I can go wash it now and then I can do vlog updates with it wet and that's fine. Hope I'm not on Jade's at 4 because it'll still be wet, but I don't think anyone will care for a graveyard shift if I look like a mess anyway. So that's the plan. Bath, food, book, and then I'll probably go on a backstage with Steph and Jade at some point this evening so we can like read and chat. It's just fun. I was thinking not to get like sappy in the vlog, but I was thinking about last time the Bookoplathon 48 happened. I think it was like September last year. So I had been doing booktube for like 2, maybe 3 months, not very long at all. And I definitely had some booktube friends by this point, but you know, not really. I didn't really know anyone particularly. Like I knew Spoops and Ro in India, but we weren't like super close at the time just because we'd not hung out that much yet. And all of this. And we, you know, got closer as time goes on as these things happen. And I just can't get over the difference now that everyone I speak to is taking part in this in some regard. I have people who I'm literally just gonna go on a video chat with to sit and read because we're doing the same reading event. Like, the difference is insane to me and I can't quite believe it and I'm very, very excited about it. So yeah, I don't really know. It's just, not to get sappy, but it's really wonderful. And obviously like, I don't think Spoops is taking part because she needs to sleep because her work's insane. But like Ro's taking part, India's taking part, Ali's taking part. And like, I just chat to all these people and like, it's crazy how much more involved in the community I am now and how many friends I have in the community and what a difference it makes. Like, I think I would keep reading this evening because I'm feeling good, but I know I'm gonna read so much more and have such a better time going on like a live chat with friends and like reading together. And just, it's amazing how such a solitary activity can be so community spirited. It really is. And I've said this before when hosting like 24-hour readathons, but every single time it blows me away. So that's my piece. I'm gonna go bath now. And I'll speak to you later when hopefully I will have finished Honey Girl or at least made progress in Honey Girl, and then when we have the next roll drops. I'm excited. I cannot wait for the next roll drops. I cannot wait. I just have no idea what's going to come up, and we've got 2 really different things. We've had fantasy and contemporary, so varied so far, and my like stack of books over there that I might want to read are really varied as well, so I just don't know what's going to come up next and I'm excited.
Bookoplathon board roll number 3 is an 8. And that is the first book in a series. 2021 board roll number 3 is a 9. And that is a chance card, and my chance card is Confess by Colleen Hoover.
Hello, time for a reading update. It is just past 12, it's like 12:30. I'm feeling extremely energetic because we've just had the next roll drops and I get so hyped at the roll drops. But before we get into that, I am still my hair is half wet, gosh. I'm still reading Honey Girl. I'm almost halfway through. I'm on like page 130 out of 300. I won't finish this before I go to sleep. I'm going to try and read to page 150 and then I'm going to go to sleep until 4 AM because I'm going to go on Jade's sprints at 4 AM because, you know, I don't have sensible decision-making skills, do I? So really loving this. This is absolutely adorable and so freaking funny. I am obsessed. I cannot wait to keep reading. I thought this is just going to get better and better. But next roll drops, and therefore my next book, which I can't actually tell you yet. So the roll drops were first in a series and chance. So what I have done is I've pulled, because I'm still trying to like combine the prompts, I've pulled 4 first in a series books like off my shelves. I've not actually got them off my shelves physically, but in my head. So I have Skyward Volume 1, which is a graphic novel, Paper Curls Volume 1, which is another graphic novel, and then I have Charlie Travesty, and this is a bind up of the first 4 novellas that came out. So I've said like the first one of these, or for a slightly longer option, Not Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee, because this is a reread and one I really want to read and I know I love, so it could be a good option. And what you're meant to do is put all 4 of them in a random number generator, or how many you have, and like do that. I've put a poll up on Twitter for an hour and given you guys the choice. I'm hoping you guys come through and choose me an easy book. But I don't really mind too much which one I get. All of them work. This one I'd be a bit scared of because I will probably be reading Honey Girl almost all the way up to the final roll drop because I'm behind. So a 300-page book would be difficult and would make fitting in a 4th book hard, but it would be possible. But if any of the other 3 win, I should be absolutely fine to finish Honey Girl and read that before the final roll drop, meaning I get free choice for the final one, obviously within the prompt, but I don't have to like worry about squeezing it in. So that would be good because I do still have a couple other books I'd like to get to. I have The Midnight Library and I have Amari and the Night Brothers, both of which I would love to be able to fit in. I just don't feel confident fitting them in for like any of the rolls so far because I've not had time, whereas that last 12 hours I should be like completely free. I should kick my camera. Should be completely free to read the whole time. So fingers crossed that that works. So that's where we're at. I am waiting for the results on the poll. Currently the graphic novels are winning, I think, because you guys are great and choosing me a nice option. Yeah, the graphic novels are definitely winning, so we will go with that for now. So I will get back to you when I've read some more of Honey Girl and when I have an update for the poll. And I know which book I'm reading. It's going for another 50 minutes, but I will hopefully be going to sleep in about 20 minutes. I'm feeling a bit hyped right now, but if I sit down and read, I'll get sleepy, hopefully, and then I can go to sleep. And then, fingers crossed, my next book will be chosen and we'll be ready for the early morning sprints to get this finished and get the next book read. Hopefully. Hello, so it's another 4 AM update. I haven't really read anything since I last spoke to you. I've literally read 10 pages and then went to sleep. So this is more an update for evidence that I am up again at 4 AM. I'll get time up, there we go. 12 minutes past 4. I'm on Jade's sprints. I so nearly slept through it. None of my alarms woke me up until the last one at like 10 to 4. But I made it, I'm here. That is my toast coming out of the toaster because I need to go eat. And yeah, I'm just gonna carry on with Honey Girl. I would love to get this done in the sprints. I've got 160 pages, so it's possible, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna go to bed from 8 till 12. Try and get like a good 3-4 hours sleep, wake up for the next roll drops, which will be on Aaron at Booked and Busy's channel at 12. And then watch that. Then I will read Skyward Volume 1, which is what has won the poll for first in a series and chance, and then see what the hell the final prompts are and pick a book for that, and then we'll be done. It's slightly frustrating to me that I might be reading 3 books and a graphic novel. I would have really liked to do 4 full books, but it is what it is and I need some sleep. And overall, if I read another, say, 300-400 page book, I will have done over 1,000 pages plus a graphic novel, so I can't really complain. But yeah, pretty happy with that. I have only stay awake for the next 4 hours and I'm not sure how that's going to go. It's like wide eyes, keep myself awake. I think I'll feel more awake in about 20 minutes than I do right now because I've literally been awake for about 3 minutes. A bit longer now, 15 minutes, but that's not enough time to wake up. So I feel like in this half-hour sprint, I will feel a lot more awake. Hopefully, because I would really appreciate feeling a little bit more awake than I do right now.
7 AM, the usual morning lineup. Pick up a book and read till your eyes are sore. Hop on a mask and sprint until the time's up. read again, and by then you're halfway to the end. So then I'll read a page, or maybe 2 or 3. Consult my TBR, it's for Bookopoly. I'll read sci-fi and lit, and maybe fantasy, and wonder when will we fit sleep in.
That's amazing!
And that is the small ballad I wrote for you. 7 AM. You're welcome.
And Bookoplathon board roll number 4 is 11. And that is a book set in the present. And the final roll for the 2021 board is a 9. And that is other, so that is any genre outside of the ones that you typically read.
Hello, I'm not sure when I last updated you. I think the last clip you would have seen from me was in the sprints from 4 till 8 AM. But I don't know if I updated you after those. I have no idea. My memory is so fuzzy because I keep being awake at stupid times. But anyway, I was on Jade sprints from 4 till 8 AM. In that, I finished Honey Girl, which I think I'm giving like a 4-star. I did really enjoy this one. It was a really interesting read, but it wasn't quite what I was hoping for, I guess. I went into this thinking it was very much an adult romance, maybe even like kind of rom-com-ish, which is exactly what I want. That's what I really love. I don't mind hard-hitting contemporary and like introspective, slower contemporary, but I kind of like knowing that's what it is when going into it. So I guess for anyone else who wants to pick this up, it is romance. But I would say the first half is kind of slightly more fun, slightly more romancy, and then it gets really much more hard-hitting and much more introspective in the second half, which I didn't expect, and I didn't mind it. It just wasn't as much my thing, I guess. But it was good. It was very interesting. It talked about a lot of really important things, and I did have a really good time with it. Definitely a good readathon read, being 300 pages and super quick to get through, so it was a good read. And then I think I did tell you earlier that my third book was going to be Skyward Volume 1, which is for the prompts first in a series in Chance. This is what ended up winning the poll. It was very closely tied by Paper Girls, but this just about pulled ahead by 1%, so literally probably a vote or 2. And I've just read this and it was so good. So this is, I don't really know what to call it, but it's a speculative graphic novel following sort of a futuristic world where for whatever reason one day gravity no longer exists on Earth, and then it follows society 20 years later and how they're like dealing with that and how society has changed, which is exactly my kind of thing. I love when like one thing about society changes and then it's like an analysis of what people do to cope with that and how it changes the world. So that's exactly my kind of thing, and this was so good. Apparently there's only 3 volumes, so I'm gonna order the other 2 because I really want to carry on with it. But I really enjoyed this one. This was a really, really solid read. I had a really good time with it. And then we have now had the final roll drop, which happened about an hour ago. I was gonna get up and vlog straight away, but I didn't. I wanted to read Skyward first. And the final 2 prompts were other. So for this, apparently you have to choose a book which is like not one of your top 2 read genres, and then also set in the present day. So not past, not future, but it doesn't need to be like right now. So for this, I have chosen The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I'm not completely sure what genre this would fall into, but my top 2 genres I would say are like contemporary/contemporary romance and fantasy. I feel like this is kind of literary fiction, fantastical, contemporary, so it kind of touches on all of them, but it's not the kind of book I would normally read. It's definitely outside of my normal reading because it's slightly more sort of lit fic-ish, so I'm definitely counting it for other. And as far as I'm aware, this is set in the present day. I put on Instagram that I was reading it for that and no one's messaged me like, oh, that doesn't work. So this is like it's a full book, but it's 280 pages, so I'm confident I can get through it. I do still have like 10.5 hours, I think it's like 1:30. Yeah, I have 10.5 hours. I'm just about to make myself some food because I've not really eaten today and I'm quite hungry. So I'm gonna make some food and then get on with reading. I don't have anything else to do. I could do with filming some videos, but I don't feel up to it today. I'm so tired. But I am probably gonna clean my flat if I can, so that when I need to film tomorrow, everything's kind of ready to go, because I need to film and edit probably 2 or 3 videos tomorrow, which is a lot to get through, but it needs to happen. I should have done it all on Friday, but I just didn't do anything useful on Friday. I don't know what I did on Friday. I feel like I did something, but I don't know what. I just remember feeling tired all day. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. After the 4 AM sleeps, so about 8, I just went to bed for like 4 hours, so I'm feeling pretty good, pretty well rested. Should be absolutely fine to stay up until midnight. Might have a bit of a drink in the final sprints, and then sleep as soon as midnight's over, assuming I finish my book, and then that'll be the end of this vlog, I guess. But for now, I have a whole other book to read, so I'm gonna go on with that. Hello, so we're doing a super quick vlog update. It is currently 20 to 6, and I was watching Cody's sprints and having a great time. I've lost my book. I'm like 55 pages into this, 60 pages into this. I'm enjoying it, it's interesting. Intrigued to carry on. However, one of my friends who lives near me has just messaged me like, hey, do you want to go find somewhere to sit and drink wine whilst watching the sunset? So I've said yes, and I'm gonna go do that. So I've just put makeup on. I'm looking slightly more presentable. I'm still wearing my pajama like comfies, but I've got jeans, so it's fine. And I'm gonna go do that, and we're gonna go like find a canal and sit socially distanced and drink wine and watch the sunset. So I'm gonna go do that. I probably therefore will not finish this before midnight. Funny with the title, but I will probably try and finish it either before I sleep or very early tomorrow morning. We'll see. If I don't finish it, I have read enough books this weekend to fit all the prompts, I think, because the one I read on Saturday, Cheer Up, is other, because it's a graphic novel. I don't read that many graphic novels, and it's current day, so I wanted to just sub that in. I can and still say I've completed it, but I'm going to try and read as much as Midnight Library as I can, as I'm intrigued by it. But that's my update. I don't know when I'll be back. I don't know when I'll be back into watching sprints, but I kind of want to make the most of these opportunities when they come up and when I'm actually home for the weekend. So I'm going to go out and do that instead. So I'll speak to you all later. Hello, so I'm looking a little bit windswept because I've been out for many hours and it's cold, but it is 9:30. I have just got back from seeing my friend. It's obviously everything is still extremely limited and we're being extremely careful, but I will admit it is making a world of difference, and it is really nice being able to go and see a friend and speak to them. And my hair is a mess, but oh well. So that's been really nice, and yes, I would have loved to have finished the Midnight Library, which I've currently lost. I don't know where I put that before I went out. What the hell did I do with that book? I was just reading it. Where did I put it? Found it. Obviously it would have been lovely to finish this. I will not finish it. I've only got 2.5 hours till the readathon ends. I'm about to turn the sprints back on. I might try and get to like do like another 100 pages or so would be nice, and then I may do a little bit past midnight. But we'll see. I'm very happy with the amount I've got read this weekend overall, so I cannot complain. And I think a thing I realised today, which is the thing I need to keep in mind going forward in the next couple months and things gradually opening up, and then even still when the world is fully reopened and back to normal, whenever that will be, is that I'm not the most extroverted person. I'm not bad. I say bad as if introverted bad, but like I'm pretty good at being quite social, but I'm also very good at keeping myself to myself and amusing myself. And it was a thing I did a lot at uni because I was very busy. I had a very busy degree and I spent a lot of time doing extracurricular stuff. I would very often not go on nights out and not meet up with people when they asked, because I was like, oh, I don't have the energy, I don't have the time. And I felt like in this past year, I've got even better at occupying myself. I do booktube, obviously I read a lot, and that's all very time consuming. And with my job, I don't have that much free time. So it's very easy for me to turn down social events, and I need to start not doing that, I guess. Not because there's anything wrong with not going out all the time, and I definitely won't go out every time I'm asked, but I'm very good at not going even when I want to, because the default for me is just saying, oh no, I've got things to do. And so I need to kind of keep that in mind and keep that in check. I even did it today when my friend messaged and was like, oh, you want to go for a walk? I said, no, I'm reading for a readathon. And then I took a minute and went, I've already read 4 books this weekend. Yes, the readathon is great and I'm loving it and I want to take part, but I have the opportunity to meet up with someone that I've not spoken to in like a while. Why would I turn that down right now? So I didn't, and I went, which I'm glad I did. So it's just a thing I need to keep in mind for myself, is to not fall into these habits of prioritizing reading and stuff over seeing friends. Not that reading shouldn't be prioritized. I need to do it and it takes a lot of time and I do have to put that effort and that priority into doing it. But if I ever want to see people, then I can't do it the whole time. And I don't know, this is an interesting thing to think about. So I'm going to try, as I say, get the sprints back on for the Becca's bits that are going on now. I think she's drinking. I think I've seen on Twitter, so I'm intrigued. And it's an hour and a half in, so she may be tipsy. But I'm going to turn that back on, watch that, and read a bit, and make myself some dinner, because I'm quite hungry. I'm absolutely freezing. I cannot feel my legs or my hands or my feet at all. I've been stood outside for like 4 hours. I'm so cold. But that's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I'll speak to you all in a bit when hopefully I've read a bit more, and I guess to wrap up the readathon whenever we're done. Hello, so it is Monday, like Monday afternoon, and I thought I would do a quick update for you. I've not read very much since we last spoke. I'm currently on page 134 of this, so I have read about 60 pages. Tiny bit of that was last night, a little bit more of it was today, but I'm going to be starting a weekly vlog like very soon, so I won't talk too much more about this. But I'm enjoying it, but it's not counting as one of my Bookoplathon reads because I'm going to use the other books I read. Basically, I got home yesterday, made food, and then started rewatching Sex Education because it's like my favourite show. So that's what I spent my time doing instead of reading. But you know, sometimes you just need an evening to chill and watch TV, so I did that. So in terms of wrapping up, just really quickly, what I read for Bookoplathon and for what prompts. Firstly, first two prompts, Dark Cover and Fantasy from Blood and Ash, which I gave 4 stars. Secondly, for Contemporary and POC, Honey Girl, which I gave 4 stars. Thirdly, for First in a Series in Chance, Skyward Volume 1, which I gave 4 stars. And then finally, for Set in the Present and Other, I read Cheer Up, which I gave 4 stars. So it was a very 4-star weekend in terms of rating, but it was like a 5-star weekend in terms of enjoyment. I had a great time. It was so much fun. Like everyone else is saying at the moment, thank you massively to Becca for putting this all together. It was amazing. It was so much fun. It was such a huge community event and it was amazing. I cannot wait for the next time. If there is going to be a next time, I really hope there will be. I will die again, but hopefully I might do a little bit better. I feel like this time, although I loved staying up for all the late night sprints because it was a laugh, it did mean I read so much less than I can do because I was too tired. But that's fine. It was good fun. It was worth it. So I don't really have much else to say. It was a good week. Weekend. I read 4 books and made a start on another one. So I can't really complain. It's more than I would normally read in a weekend for sure. And it was so much fun. I still want to go back and watch so many of the sprints, and like Becca did a drunk live show basically after it all ended. They were still getting really drunk, so they just stayed on. I didn't watch it because I needed to go to sleep. I was exhausted, so I went to sleep at a sensible time, and I've just been doing busy things today, but that's it. I don't know why I'm still talking. So that is it for the video. That was it for Bookoplathon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Comment down below. Did you take part in Bookoplathon? What did you read? How did you do? I hope you did better than me. I know so many people read like a full 8 books and I'm astonished. You're all incredible. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. Links down below in the description are all of my other social media, as well as book clubs and read-alongs that I host, as well as my wishlist and my Patreon if you want to check out any of those. But that is it for the video, so bye, and I'll see you in the next one.